already have in their sights a modern update on the F-18 that's meant to complement the F-35. The update may be poised to deliver even more capability than Lockheed Martin's Joint Strike Fighter in some areas, even without being stealthy. Dan Gillian, Boeing's vice president of F-18 and EA-18 programs, told Business Insider that even with the coming F-35C naval variant, U.S. carrier air wings will still field versions of the F-18 into the 2040s. The company is planning considerable updates that will focus on addressing the gaps in naval aviation. Gillian and the Boeing team call it the Advanced Super Hornet, a modern update on the F-18EF Super Hornet, which itself was an update on the original F-18 Hornet. Gillian says Boeing designed the Super Hornet from the beginning in an evolutionary way with lots of room for growth in power, cooling, and weight so it could adapt to changes over the years. "We have a legacy with the F-18 on time on cost," said Gillian, which one could contrast to the F-35 program, which has faced constant production overruns in cost and time. In fact, a recent report states that the Navy's version of the F-35 just hit yet another setback that could take years and billions to fix. Meanwhile, Gillian says Boeing could start fielding Advanced Super Hornets by the early 2020s at the latest, while some limited contracts to bring elements of the Advanced Super Hornet are already underway. So even though the designs of the F-35 and F-18 reflect completely different missions, they certainly are comparable in terms of price, availability, and capability. The physical characteristics of a fully decked-out Advanced Super Hornet would be as follows: shoulder-mounted conformal fuel tanks to carry 3,500 pounds of fuel and reduce drag. These fuel tanks could extend the reach about 125 nautical miles, meaning that the planes then can either go faster or carry more, according to Gillian. An infrared search and track radar, IRST, which would be the first such capability included on a U.S. fighter jet since the F-14 Tomcat. This will allow the Advanced Super Hornets to counter enemy stealth capability, and to get a read on heat-emitting entities without emitting any radar signal of its own. There was a fixation on stealth attributes, Gillian said, of 5th-gen fighters, which is an important attribute for the next 25 years, but tactical fighters are designed for stealth in one part of the spectrum. All planes emit heat. An Advanced Electronic Warfare, EU, pod. Currently, the U.S. military's premier EU platform is the Growler, an EU version of the Super Hornet where Boeing has taken out the gun and installed more EU equipment. Instead of missiles on the wingtips it has a large sensing pods, said Gillian. The Navy has scheduled the F-35C to eventually carry the advanced EU pod, but the initial generation of F-35S will have to rely on Growlers for EU attacks. An advanced cockpit system with a new 19-inch display. Basically a big iPad for the airplane, allowing the pilot to manage all the information and data that's out there, said Gillian, comparing its utility to the F-35's display. An enclosed weapons pod would make the plane more aerodynamic while also cutting down on the plane's radar cross-section. Combined with the form-fitting fuel tanks, the Advanced Super Hornet could cut its radar signature by up to 50%. Improved avionics and computing power as well as increased ability to network to receive targeting data from platforms like the F-35 or E-2 Hawkeye. The Advanced Super Hornet would also feature an improved active electronically scanned array radar. An improved engine could increase fuel efficiency and performance. Boeing hasn't yet begun earnestly working towards this, and it could add to the overall cost of the project significantly. Hypothetically, Advanced Super Hornets could field IRST before F-35Cs come online. Growlers will also serve in the vital role of EU attack craft, without which the F-35 cannot do its job as a stealth penetrator. So while an Advanced Super Hornet will never be comparable to the F-35 in all aspects, it could certainly develop some strengths that the F-35 lacks. Additionally, Gillian said the Advanced Super Hornets would not cost much more than the current F-18E/F Super Hornets, which run around $70 million apiece. Even if that price rose $10 million, it would still be cheaper than the cheapest expected F-35s, which come in at $85 million. It's unanimous. The F-18 will never do the F-35's job, and vice versa. Lockheed Martin. The Advanced Super Hornet is really a collection of systems and design changes that when implemented achieve a significantly different capability for the air wing, said Gillian, who stressed that the Super Hornet and Growler platforms were well positioned to improve in scope and capability over time. However, Gillian made it clear that the Advanced Super Hornet program has been, since its